Hey, what's going on? So, this is a mental institution. It's abandoned, and it's way up north, Canada. Took me a while to find it. Canada doesn't have a whole lot of great places, but this was one of them I've found. Probably not a whole lot of people here. I don't even know what's on this file. I'm just guessing. So, I didn't expect snow, and I got into a snowstorm, and I couldn't park my car far away and coming on a bike because there's like a foot of snow. But it was a Sunday and it was a hockey game, and we did plan that out because they had one police officer on duty in this little town, and of course he was watching hockey. So I knew that I had a little bit of time, but I didn't know what I was going to get into. So I came there. Sure enough, I had to walk through 2 feet of snow, and there was a hole in the fence. There's always a hole in the fence. And so we go through the hole, and now we're going to start walking. And I'm like, wow, nobody plowed the driveway. And I wasn't really ready for this. I didn't have boots up to my knees. So I'm starting to get cold. And I'm telling you, I got to walk by all these buildings. Mental institutions have outbuildings, you know. And so I'm going to start getting close to the building. And I'm walking through the snow, and I'm already cold. And it took me an extra 3 hours to get to this place. I did not expect to drive 20 miles an hour in a snowstorm. Up north, I guess they get upper Canada, probably 100, 200, 300 miles north of Toronto. I'm just guessing. It's been about 8 to 10 years. And so I'm here all by myself, and it's almost an island. This whole building is surrounded by water. You know, there's like just a road with houses on the side that go up, and then this thing's on the end. And it's completely abandoned, not being used. So now, how am I getting in? I have no clue. I don't have any tools with me. So I'm just going to kind of walk around the building. And I didn't realize I spent most of my time walking through snow and climbing up drifts and stuff. And I skipped the garages because now I'm starting to lose time here. And the basements were all locked up. Wall doors are boarded. Um, I did get in though, and I got up to the roof, but I didn't have a whole lot of time here. I'm kind of a bummer because these kind of places you want to allocate at least 3 4 hours, and that's how we got in. Okay, so you can see I'm on a walkway, and I had to climb over that fence and jump in the window. Okay, so open window. We're inside a mental institution. Now, a lot of these mental institutions were in the early days were for tuberculosis. That's why a lot of them have like exterior spaces. That was a big thing about tuberculosis. They needed ventilation and rooftop access. A lot of times people go on the roof, and that was one of the ways they cured tuberculosis. Then after the tuberculosis was taken care of, you know, then of course they turned these things into mental institutions, so they started funding them and giving them money all the way up until about the 70s or 80s, where one of our presidents says, no more money for you. And now they're all abandoned. That's why the mental institutions, they went from tuberculosis units to mental institutions and some to hospitals. And it's a little bit out of focus. I'm really cold, okay? It's very moist in there. My camera keeps fogging up. And I kind of wish I took some of these papers. It would have been fun to read. And you can see here the bathroom sinks. I'm inside and in the hallways. That's a bathroom. You can tell it hasn't been used in decades. I didn't get into all the spaces in all the rooms because I got spooked. What happened here was I went up to the rooftop and it started getting dark, and I started thinking to myself. Then I started seeing lights flashing at me, and I didn't know it was a lake, and they were flashing right at me, and I didn't realize what that was. I thought maybe they're like watching me or something, and that's up on the roof. And look, see how that's all caged in? I told you a minute ago. The rooftops were always designed for the people, and they would put them up on the roof all day to get fresh air, and that's where you had a lot of fresh air. So I'm still in here. I'm coming back down. You can see the mold and mildew, and basically while I was up on the rooftop, I had lights flash on me, and I kind of got spooked. I thought maybe they're coming to get me. They're coming to take me away. Haha. But no, I found out later that people in Canada own snowmobiles. And so that's what they were. They were snowmobiles. And the lights were just spooking me. And it was getting dark. And there's my path coming in. See that? Look at that. I wasn't lying when I had to walk through the snow. And then later, coming back the other side, I found another window that was open in another building. But I was spooked already. It was time to go. It's starting to get dark, and by the time, and there's a lake. See the lake? And the snowmobiles are on the other side of that. You can see how the lake is somewhat frozen, and it was on all sides of this building. Very cool. And here I am, walking back to my car, and I got to my car. There's my fence. Oh, here's the hole in the fence. And it was about 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and there's my car, and that's it. And that was my Canadian mental institution visit. Very cool. Hey, all the other videos that are house related, if you have problems with your house that nobody can solve, just Google call Marco with a question. Marko, that's a K. Call Mark with a question. Google it. Usually 15, 20 minutes. People call me from all over the country. I've been doing this for 40 years. I've done 18,000 homes. I've got, I'm an engineer. I got all kind of environmental licenses. And if you can't solve your house problem, nobody else can. I can. $29, 15 minutes. Send me some photos. We'll talk about it. Hey, below. Hey, I got some products. Check it out. I'm an Amazon affiliate. Hey, I don't make a whole lot of money on these, but hey, every nickel counts, right? So buy stuff from me. And also up top, ring the bell. There's my finger. There it is. Ring the bell, and you'll get my videos. I do a lot more videos on homes and house issues in the winter. Summertime, I do a lot of gardening stuff. I'm an organic farmer market kind of guy. And then next winter, I will be traveling the country for several months. And so we'll have a bunch of cool Marco abandoned across America videos. Hey, and remember, don't drive the freeways. Stay off the freeways. Drive the side roads, because that's your vacation. It's not going to Florida and sitting on a beach with your neighbors that were in the same cubicle next to you, drinking your little margarita like, ooh, this is my vacation. No. That's your tourist trap. Get off the roads. Do the side roads and check it out. That's your vacation. Hey, thanks for coming on.